Yo, welcome back to another Expect the K interview. Today we got a very special guest, a good friend of mine, fellow producer, coldplushtoy. What's up with you, bro?
Yeah, so how you been?
I've been thugging it out, bro.
Thugging it out. I'm done thugging it out. I'm thugging it in. Pause.
Yeah, bro.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. We're gonna cut so much shit.
Nah, bro. Nah, but what you been up to though, for real though?
Yeah, just like finished uni, so I don't know, just trying to get my life together again. Like, I spent like the last semester working on my final like project, so that kind of like took up all my time.
Shit,
yeah,
you might go into depth. You might go into depth with that project.
So I was doing a design project, and it's basically about how can I increase awareness for like linguistic discrimination through like a marketing campaign. And so I made like a Duolingo parody, and it was just super fun, and like it was super interesting. I had to do a lot of research, but yeah, for that it was just kind of like maybe the second biggest project I ever worked on, besides from like maybe like Nia, I guess, like in my entire life. So it was like really fun, and yeah.
So it's like a university project, and then a beat, or not even a beat tape, an album, I should say.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's definitely fun.
It's cool as fuck to know. And for the people who don't know, what was your major?
So I'm doing Bachelor's of Design at Auckland University, and basically that's like, it's not specific. It's kind of like a niche paper, but it's mostly theory, and it's about design process and like thinking instead of like graphic design or like industrial design, product design. You're kind of like forced to find that yourself, I guess. I don't know. It's a super new paper. And it's like kind of hard to explain, but that's like the gist of it.
I see. But yo, onto like the meat and potatoes of this whole shit. I just want to know like who are you? What do you want the people to know about? Yeah, that ass. Like, what do you want the people to know about you? Like, where you from, type shit.
Easy. coldplushtoy, best beat maker in the world, obviously.
Yeah.
Best soul hopper in the world, obviously.
Man.
Yeah, I'm just like be making beats. It's like 2019. I think my main thing right now is like music. Secondary is like design. Yeah, I'm like from Auckland, New Zealand. Grew up in Philippines, but I was born in Philippines, but I grew up here like when I was 2. So I'm like very Kiwi, I guess. So as I'm there, I was just like making them fire beats, you know what I'm saying?
Coming out strong.
I don't know, best soul opera in the world type shit.
Oh man. Nah, but yo, speaking of like the music and shit, like what'd you grow up listening to?
Yeah, so I grew up listening to like pop music and like a lot of like Mariah Carey. I'd say Mariah Carey is like the one thing that made me like super into R&B. I guess it's kind of like I listened to it a lot when I was a kid, but then like obviously like in the 2010s, like growing up in my like teenage years, I guess I just listened to like radio music. But then I think you know, until obviously I got into like beat making and stuff, like I reconnected with like that R&B side of my like taste, I guess. So yeah, I'd say like R&B pop is like what I grew up listening to.
See, that's actually really interesting because I noticed like, especially nowadays, you really incorporate like the whole like modern R&B samples really well within your shit. Because like, when I was starting out, I didn't know how the fuck people would flip that, or people even did flip that. But then when I really tapped into your music at that time, it clicked with me, and I'm like, damn, people could do that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just I think it's just like a result of me like using kind of like surface level like Spotify to dig for stuff, I guess. Like, I don't know. I think the biggest like influence for me, like when it came to like that R&B pop sound, I guess, was like K-pop. So I don't know, like we can talk about that later, but yeah, I'll get into it later.
Of course. Yeah, but obviously you're like making beats and like this whole, I guess, hip hop bubble. What was your like first exposure to hip hop?
Oh yeah, Eminem, Recovery.
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 That's a horrible starting point. I'm sorry.
I know. But I was like 10, I think, and that was the first CD my dad bought me when I was like a kid. And then I would like listen to it like on repeat. I was like, yo, this is so hard. Well, I mean, like, I don't know. I think it's hard now still, but it's probably just nostalgia. I don't know.
I mean, yeah. I guess shit just sounds better when you grew up with it, because like I used to bump a bunch of. I mean, I could say the same about my Eminem phase, because I mean, I had like a brief Eminem phase. I feel
like we all had one. He was popping off in like 2010s, I guess. Like
fucking Marshall Mathers LP 1 and 2.
Hell yeah.
That shit was different. Like I wouldn't bump that shit now, but when I revisit it, when I occasionally revisit it, it just has that additional layer of damn. That's all I can put it as. This is damn.
Nah, all that like aged so poorly though. Like I listened to Recovery like recently again. I was like, how the hell did I like this? This is trash. Yeah,
right. It's like that one video of a Illuminati calling Flight trash. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Any other artists though, like besides Eminem?
I mean, like I said, I think it was like pop and stuff. So how I started after like listening to pop music, I would get into a lot of EDM. But I was like, I'm trying to, because it was like year 9, but it's like a different grading system to like the States or grade level. I'm trying to remember. Maybe I was like 12 or something. I was super into EDM for like 1 or 2 years, and then after that I got into like hip hop, R&B kind of stuff. Oh no, sorry, no. I was into K-pop then. I got into K-pop. So what happened was like I was watching a lot of like, do you know this YouTube channel called like Much Dank?
Bro, fucking Much Dank?
Yeah.
Yo, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh my god, I'm so glad you know.
They were big as hell in like 2018. I remember they made like that one video with the with the fucking Indian guys. They were saying some Much Dank or some shit. That was like during the whole 2 Series PewDiePie shit.
Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, I was into Much Dank, bro. Cause obviously like super meme and stuff, and I think that's how I got into like hip hop. I guess like hip hop culture and all that, just like all the parodies and stuff. So I was into that, and then what I saw, I think like after a few months of watching Much Dank, was like 88 Rising. I was like a fan of 88 Rising when they had like no followers. Like they did like a Playboy Cardi like live performance.
Yeah, over, like, I remember that.
Was it? I think it was either Playboy Cardi performance, or like a designer performance, and then they were like rapping over some like Big Bang or something, like some K-pop. And I was like, yo, this stuff's hard. Like because the K-pop sound was like very like 2010s at the time. Like try to like boy bandy, like, you know.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like
it was very like nostalgic. Yeah, exactly. And so I kind of got into K-pop through that. And then from like, I don't know, like 2016 all the way to like 2019, I was just like a big ass fan of K-pop. Like, I don't have my camera on right now, but I got like 5 like BTS posters behind me. Like I would never show like anyone this, but like it's just so hard, man. I don't know.
Yeah, nah, I was never into K-pop like that, but I could respect it when people like see the value in the art.
Yeah, no, I mean at this point it's just like part of me, you know, like I'm not gonna like hide that part of my past, but I definitely don't really like it anymore. I think it's just like a time thing, because I was into like a certain period of K-pop where it was like kind of popping off. So it was like before BTS was like the biggest one. I think it was like EXO was like the biggest name in K-pop, and I think that period of K-pop was like my favorite. And then like, I don't know, now I'm just they just don't make that shit like the same, you know. It's not even like, I don't know, I have like some kind of like weird superiority complex about it. I don't know.
You just had to be there.
You just had to be there, man. Exactly.
Yeah, nah. And like going back to 88 Rising, because you just reminded me of that one video where Cardi tried Ramune for the first time. That was that was my first exposure to 88 Rising, and then I found out about Rich Brian when
Rich Brian.
That was when he went by the other name. I'm not gonna say it on here, but yeah, if you know, you know. And then Joji, Bro,
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was Filthy Frank.
I know. Oh my god. We don't talk about that era of Filthy Frank, bro. I was so into that shit. I mean, I don't know. I think like based on what I've said so far, like you can kind of tell like I'm like very like suburban kind of like introduction to hip hop, I guess. Like I don't think I'm like I don't see myself like similar to like a lot of other people in the scene. I don't know.
Yeah. Speaking of people in the scene, I want to know, how did you get into the scene? Like, what was your like first exposure?
Okay.
Like, first artist exposure.
So, basically, where do we start? I think I was into Knowledge at one point. Y'all gonna hate me for this, but I was like a big fan of 1988. And basically, like, I don't know, I really liked that was my first introduction to like R&B again. Cause like he used a lot. I think there was a beat called "Do You" on it. And I was like, yo, like I'm creaming for real. Like the song's hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was no, cause it's like I hadn't listened to R&B like that in like my whole teenage years. And when I hit me, I was like, oh my god, like what is this music called? But yeah, I got it to 1988, and then I went and joined the Knowledge server. And then from the Knowledge server, you were there for that?
I was there for that, yeah.
Damn,
like I saw you in like the promo shit, but I'll admit I didn't check your shit out until like I want to say More Changes, New Feelings. That was when I really
that's good. You shouldn't have listened to my stuff earlier then. That was really bad. But like before I was doing like, because I was making beats before I listened to Knowledge, but I was like making like kind of like Korean R&B inspired stuff and no samples at all. So like when I got to Knowledge, I was like, yo, like you can really like do that. Okay, anyways, I get onto the server, and then I just start posting a lot on the promo channel, and that's how I got to meet like dudes like Take You There and stuff, and
Gout.
I think Gout, Bira.
Because I remember Gout did a bit in there where he would pretend to be the He Who Shall Not Be Named. If you know, you know.
Yeah. I think that was a bit later though. I don't saw Gout until like when I was posting my promos, there was Braden Potts. He dropped this beat on the promo called "You Deserve," and that was like my favorite beat for like a year or two. It was like the best thing I've ever heard in my life. And then I started watching Braden Potts like YouTube streams, and it was just like so stupid. Like it was just like stupid. I don't know. It was super funny, but we were just trolling Braden, and that's how I got to meet Tamon. So I met Tamon through Braden. Bira, obviously, who else? I think Fancy Fish, Ego Seed. Yeah.
Ego Seed. Yeah, shout out to Ego Seed.
Shout out Ego Seed, man. I love Ego Seed. But yeah, I think everyone will remember in that circle, it was kind of like, it was Braden Potts' Discord channel, and we would just be on there for a long time. And then I think how I like really got deep into it was, should I talk about like the Civil War or something?
I mean, go ahead, bro. Do what you want.
I feel like I need to like work my brain a bit to like remember everything. But like
you can give like some key details if you don't want to like.
I'll try not to like waste time. But basically,
right, you're good.
Basically, what happened was within Braden's server so it was in Braden's server we had like Bira, and then there was this whole drama about how like he was like beefing with like it was Fancy Fish, Bira and Ego Seed. And then there was like a whole thing about like them like biting and Braden Potts, them biting Benja. At the time his name was Suicria. Yeah, so Pablo.
Yeah.
And like Radio. I think I'm missing one. Yeah, but they got into. Sorry.
I think it might have been Ace because that was like one night. Or no, that led to like Nightmares dropping.
Nightmares. Yeah, so I think basically I like found myself talking to Pablo through that whole kind of like drama and stuff. I think how I met him was like I was asking him like about like, oh, is soul hop like really that bad of a word? And then gave me like, I don't know, like a 3 hour like like lecture or something. I don't know. It was a long time ago, but I ended up becoming like really good friends with all of them. And also at the time, yeah, another big influence like when I started was in the Braden part server. Like me and Braden like really like Jalen. We really like Jalen's like music. And
That's
I think
who shall not be named, by the way.
Oh, that's him. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's cool though. I mean, you said it. Shit.
I'll just say his name because like he like as much as like to be honest, I don't really know him as a person, but like musically wise, he was probably like my biggest influence to start with. So
I kind of felt that because I found out about him. I mean, I probably told this story to like people millions of times, but I found out about his stuff and like when I was in the 6th grade. That one YouTube channel, Asian, he uploaded this one beat by Jalen called Truth, and I really liked that beat. And, I didn't like dig into his Discog past that beat, and if I did dig through it, I would have found out about everybody way sooner, and it would have been so crazy.
Yeah, it would have been, man. I don't know what's going on. Like when I kind of like started talking to people more and them telling like the stories of like before I came into the scene and stuff, I was like, damn, what the fuck? Y'all are crazy, man. I don't know. I think that was my introduction. And then from there on, it kind of like circled or spiraled, I guess.
into where we are now.
Into where we are now. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Speaking of that whole time and like your first beats and stuff, I just want to like tackle onto like some of your earlier beat tapes because I remember I think your first tape was like Pinnacle Mint. It was like, what the fuck was it called? It was like Arrival something.
Late Night Arrivals.
Yeah, Late Night Arrivals. Yeah. That was it. Yeah, was that like your first sample based tape? Because I remember you said you used to make like shit from scratch.
Yeah. Before that I made stuff from scratch. I had 2 tapes before that. And yeah, they were just pretty ass. But then Late Night Arrivals was, it was the first time I sampled like R&B, but it was like a vaporwave type like project. It wasn't even like beats.
I was gonna say shout out to that one fucking interview where they called you lo-fi vapor beat maker.
Lo-fi vapor, man. Shout out to that guy though. He found me out when I was like nobody. So that was really cool for him to like interview me. I will say though, like I don't know what I should have expected from like a blog type interview.
Yeah, no, but regardless, it came from a good spot. Is what
it was really nice. It was good.
Going back to like the beat tape stuff, because I remember you had a couple tapes in between, and then you dropped the CGI tapes, and I guess that was like a game changer in a sense.
Game changer. Yeah, I guess.
I just want to know like your process behind that whole tape, if you remember it.
Let's see. I think because my aesthetic was very like based off of like dogs. Well, without me knowing, but it was very like 90s. I just like screenshot hella what is it, like 90s Japanese commercials because I was just like into that vaporwavy kind of aesthetic. Yeah, and then I screenshotted. I think it was just like the residual like K-pop fan in me. I just like screenshotted one of them girls in the ads that was like CGI generated, and then like that was like, was it Yuki Terai? And oh my god, man, I'm just remembering so much stuff about it now. Like I think I dropped the project on like Valentine's. Man, I was so corny, bro. I
remember when Yuki Terai was like a massive part of your aesthetic, especially with the whole Blaine shit as well.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I just like I used her as like a placeholder aesthetic for like whenever I didn't have any ideas. But I think CGI was probably my first project where I tried to have like a, what do you call it, like a concept or like a narrative to it. And obviously I was just like biting like knowledge. That's all I was gonna say.
I wouldn't even call those knowledge bites. I feel like you had your own like vision with that shit. Speaking of like, I guess knowledge influence, because I feel you really evolved. I feel like the CGI tapes, looking back and like just retrospectively, I could hear you like introduce new shit in your sounds. Like for example, first one, it was more like I don't want to say more stiff because that's just gonna sound fucking rude as hell.
No, it was stiff as hell. I used the what do you call it? Like there's like a swing button on like your drum pattern.
On FL. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was using it on Reason, but it's like the same thing. It made it super stiff.
I see. And then there was and then CGI 2. That was when you started doing like more, I guess, unquantized stuff. I remember you said you were influenced by Jalen with that as well.
Definitely. Jalen, like, I think I was just amazed when I was listening to his beats. I'm like, why is he like makes his hat so behind, and like his drums just sound like so slow, but like it sounded really good with like the sidechain. So I was just like trying to copy him. Yeah, a lot for CGI 2. A fun fact, actually, like, I submitted that for like a music scholarship, I think, like a composition one, and I like definitely did not get it. But CGI 2 is crazy.
Those music composition things, like, I just wanted to trail off real quick because I remember I used to be in chorus and shit, and they knew I made beats. I remember my choir director, she gave me like one of those music composition slips and told me to submit something, and then I read through it. And it said no samples, and I'm like, fuck.
Fuck that shit, man.
I can't do that.
No, bro. Like, I had to write at the start of my like scholarship things, like explaining like the history of sampling, just so like I sound academic or whatever. Like, yeah.
Sampling was originally pioneered.
J Dilla, Madlib, DJ Shadow,
DJ Cool Herc. Nah, shout out to all of them. Yeah. Going back on topic, because you brought up CGI 3. All right, I think that was like, I guess the whole like proto. I wouldn't even say proto coldplushtoy. That sounds corny as fuck. But like, it was more leaning into that like era of your shit where you started experimenting with like the heavy compression and whatnot.
Yeah, I think the game changer for me was like getting to know Pablo, because he basically like taught me how to compress my drums. Like, because before that I would just do it dry and just like level it out and stuff. Yeah.
Also, you would do like the limiter automation.
I was doing it dry, man. I think like, oh no, sorry. He just told me how to use compression properly, because I was using compression to make it sound like quieter instead of like louder. That makes sense. So yeah, that was the main thing. Did I do portable before or after CGI 3? I'm trying to remember.
I think it might have been after, if I'm not mistaken, because I think
it was.
Yeah, because portable was also one of the first tapes I saw, and when you had the CGI tapes up, I think it might have been after, but I could be wrong for all I know.
Yeah, no, I don't remember. That's so long ago, and I think I deleted all those stuffs from like Bandcamp.
Damn.
Or maybe it's private. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, but regardless, going into portable, because that's like, I think that was like the main tape that I guess broke you out into this shit. So what was your inspiration behind that?
Main inspiration, Fuzzy X Malparida. Like, that tape literally inspired the entire sound of that project. I think it was specifically FM2 was the beat. It was like a Clara Lasan flip. But man, like, I think the way they did the drums, it was just so like, I don't know, I'm not gonna like sound it out. But it was crazy to hear. I'm like, you can really like just hit the drums like mad loud, and like, the master will just sort out the shit later. Like, I don't know, that was like innovation for real. I was like, holy shit.
So you kind of wanted to do some, I could hear it now that you mentioned it, just like, because the drums on that shit, they were punchy as hell. I think you kind of mastered you kind of mastered like the whole, I guess, punchiness aspect of your shit later on, because More Changes, New Feelings, that was, because I noticed you did some different shit with that. I think the name of the beat I'm thinking of was like Big Blue or something. Yeah. That shit was really different.
Oh, Big Blue is like a drill type beat. I think because that was after I did Blaine 1. So I think it was Portable and then Blaine 1.
Yeah, Blaine 1 had drill beat on it. That's one of my favorites from you. That shit is smacked.
I think it was Portable and Blaine 1 where I was like really finding my sound. Like, I just like give less fucks about everything, and like I would just make it beat. I think there was that Devin Morrison beat I made. Like, I didn't even like want to master it. Like, I just like straight up like microphone my laptop playing the beat or something. I don't know. It was just super like experimental. It was all like Blaine at the time was my throwaway. I mean, I guess it still is, but I just didn't care.
Yeah, I mean the description on all those tapes says like throwaways and experiments. So
yeah, it's just kind of funny how like all my throwaways and experiments came to become like, I don't know, like my most like popular projects, and at that time it was like crazy, man. Like, I don't know, that was fun.
I mean, you carved your own shit regardless of like Blaine though, so that's something to be proud of.
Thank you, man. But I, you know, like inspiration is really just coming from like copying people. Like it's like copying the right people in like certain amounts. Because I'd say like my biggest influence are like Malparida, so Pablo, Benja, right, and Jalen. Like I was super into all of those guys and like trying to take the things that were like unique about like how I dig music and then just like use that type of like mixing and drums. So like I think Portable and Blaine, I was super like, I think also Pablo and Benja, they made this one beat which was like a hoodie sample. So it's a Korean R&B sample, and I was like,
which one you're talking about.
I was like how, like I didn't know you could just do that. And also like the aesthetic of the time was really like I think like their way that they like had the album covers and stuff like really inspired me to go from like, I don't know, like 90s like dogs type aesthetic to like using like DJ Max like screenshots and stuff. Yeah. And yeah, it was just like I really missed that time, to be honest. I felt like I was like seeing some like real artists like that just didn't give a fuck about like anything. Yeah.
By the way, while I'm here, shout out to Dogs. You're really
shout out to Dogs. I love Dogs, man. Yeah. I love Dogs.
Yeah, I feel like that whole 2000 aesthetic has been done to death though.
Yeah. It's about time. It's just funny seeing like, I thought the whole thing was just kind of funny how we were getting like, it was like hip hop and you wouldn't expect like that kind of hip hop aesthetic to like mix with like it's kind of like dirty like anime like gaming kind of vibe. I don't know, it's just super interesting.
Yeah, but I mean it worked for what it was.
Yeah, I like resonated with it a lot. I feel like everyone does.
Yeah, and I feel like all those influences sort of came in like, I think what I'd consider like the bridge between the Pinnacle Mint stuff and the modern day coldplushtoy stuff. Because I mean it was a close my eyes, because that was when you changed your shit to coldplushtoy. You did a lot of more like sparse patterns with that, and that kind of like translated over into the shit you do now. And you also started using more, I mean you still use like classic 90s R&B, but you definitely transitioned more into the modern shit at that like at that point.
It was definitely like more like kind of smooth jazzy type things, like just slowing it down. I think like slowing down the BPM of all my tracks like really changed it for me. Yeah,
because it was really fast before, not fast, but like I want to say 80 BPM, 90 BPM.
Yo, like I can never do tracks in 90 anymore. Like I feel like that's just nightcore, man. I'm so slow now. I think I like my tracks like 65. So 65? Slow. 65? I feel like it just gives me enough time to like pad in the drums with like my fingers and stuff. Like I don't know.
Yeah, because you do like keyboard drumming, right?
Yeah, keyboard drum. Like I used to do mouse drumming, and before that I did pad drumming. It's like ironically though, it's kind of like when I was using the mouse more, I kind of like learned how to do groove properly, and then like taught me how to like finger drum. And in a way, it was like kind of weird, but yeah, I'd keyboard.
Yeah, for me, cause I'm an FL user. I mean, you're still on Reason, by the way, right?
Yeah, I'm still on Reason. Reason 12 now, not Reason 10. That was such a waste of money as well. I think I paid like $300 just to get like one new plugin.
God damn!
Fuck Reason, man. Yeah.
300?
I don't know. I'm kind of making numbers up, but it was like it was more than I should have paid for real. Like, I regret that.
Yeah, I felt that. But yeah, nah, I was just saying, because I used to just pencil shit in, and I remember people would say, oh my god, you finger drum? And I'm like, nah.
Bro, you gotta like, I think when you mouse drum, you can like see like which drums are like getting delayed, which ones are getting like pushed forward. Yeah. Kinda like teaches you kind of, I don't know. Yeah.
For me, because I mean I started finger drumming now because like I have a 404 and stuff, so I just do whatever. Going back to like your tapes and shit, this is like the part I've been waiting for. I wanted to talk about Nia because I feel like that's your magnum opus, and like, your most recent like instrumental project, because you had the wheel bite shit.
Will Buy was like just to do something different because I knew I couldn't like do Nia again. Like,
Right.
I just couldn't. But
How
yeah.
long did Nia take to make though?
So Nia took me, I think it was like the entire month. I think it was like mid-November last year, and then the entire. Oh no, sorry. It was the entirety of November, I think. It was like 3 months. Yeah, I think it took me like 3 months, but then it was like in the last month of November that I just like really like wrecked in all the beats. Yeah. The process usually is like I'll have like after my last tape I'll make like a few like sparse beats here and there, and I'd probably like, I mean, I don't know if people notice, but like my pattern when it comes to releasing is like I'd find like I'd have 3 beats that like I'd post as like singles on the SoundCloud, and then I just base the entire tape off like those 3 ones and just expand on it. Like that's what happened with Nia. But yeah, what did I release before Nia?
It was I remember it was Link 256 and Truth, and it was like I think 2 or 3 other beats that didn't make the tape.
Yeah. Wait, what was the tape I made before that? I'm trying to remember.
It was self-titled, if I'm not mistaken.
Self-titled, yeah. Oh, okay. So basically the main inspiration for Nia was the beat called Vive on Untitled. It was like the second to last one. But I really like the dark sound, and I was really inspired at the time, like, because this is how all my tapes are, obviously, because like I base them all on like the games that I'm like playing, or like the kind of like aesthetics in gaming that I'm really enjoying at the time. So for Nia, it was like Denpa visual novels. So they're just like very like
Clan kind of, and shit.
Not Clan Egg, because
not Clan Egg, because that's like an anime, but still.
Yeah. I'm trying to describe Denpa. It's kind of like some Lane, like Lane. But it's a lot of like, I don't know. The aesthetic just appealed to me because I felt like it fit kind of the sound of the music. It was like, because I had I think Pablo will call it, but it's like girl hop in quotation marks. It's like that dark like R&B sound with the female vocals kind of sped up. So it was like nightcore type shit. And then yeah, Denpo is really cool, and I was inspired by, I'm trying to remember the name of the exact one. But yeah, I made that entire tape within like that month of November, and yeah, I was just super like, so the lore behind it, actually, I think I told a couple people, but like I basically within the first half of that year that I made, I think it was like Coldplushtoy. Or Blaine 4, yeah. Blaine 4. I think like 2 weeks Blaine 4, I got like really heartbroken by this one girl. And it tripped me up for like, I think like 4 or 5 months. And what happened is like, I was just like going through like everything, bro. I was just so stressed. Like that shit sucked really badly. And like, I think Nia, I wanted to use that kind of like hurt as like a way to like build a concept around for Nia. And yeah, like you can probably tell by the like track titles and stuff, but it was kind of like a reflection of like how I was feeling with like first getting like super heartbroken, and then like kind of just coming to terms with it at the end of at the other side of the rainbow, I guess.
Yeah, because when I bought the tape and I downloaded it, I noticed you had like all these bonus features with it, and I noticed that the tape was split up into like 4 acts, and I forgot the name of it, and I feel like they kind of contrasted with each other really well, because the first one, it was like more bounce focused, I guess. Second one was more smooth, and the third and fourth one was like really intense.
Yeah. I think because I was kind of taking like that sound of like the close my eyes part and like using that to frame the first half, and then the second half was just me like doing some Blaine shit, just hitting the fucking pads, you know.
Right, putting your soul into it.
Yeah, my soul was like hopping during the entire.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a soul hop meter for this.
Soul hop meter. The more times you shorter the interview will last.
Take a shot every time me or you says soul hop.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. That was probably my favorite project. I think the main thing that made it different to my other ones is that I like try to put effort into transitions, because obviously, like I think Roy said it in the other interview, but like it's like such a game changer from like doing hard cuts, you know, or like if you can choose when to put a hard cut, like that's when you're like a powerful ass soul hopper, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I agree with that. I feel like having a slight level of, I guess, meticulousness when you arrange stuff, it can really affect the final product. And like, I wouldn't even say a make or break way. It just straight up enhances it.
Yeah. I tried to make it like the best project to listen to, like front back.
You succeeded. I'm just gonna say
Thank you. I really like was proud of that project. I think like
turning pain into power.
Yeah, it felt like, I don't know. I kind of wish a lot of more people like put more, I don't know. If you can like put your heart into like a project, like it will pay off. Like, you know, we all like make these like beats, you know, for fun and stuff. But like, you know, we should like try and care more about it. I think what really like changed me was like the way Pablo and like Benja kind of framed like their tapes and stuff. Oh yeah, so the other thing about Nia was like it was mainly inspired off of Bleak and Stairway to Hell. Stairway to Hell, I think, was just crazy in that like I had never like really like listened to a project front and back and like felt like a certain like emotion by the end of it. But his one was super like emotional, like based on the context as well. It was kind of like his retirement project. I actually wrote a like blog about it, I think, a while ago. I don't know if
I remember reading it. Yeah. It was like I'm gonna plug it in real quick. It's like a DemoCon.
Yeah, DemoCon. Yeah, I was super inspired by that project, and also Bleak, because I think like Bleak was like one of the like those two, Stairway to Hell and Bleak. They're probably before I made Nia, like the biggest like concept projects in the scene at the time. So I was just super inspired by like the way that they managed to make like 45-second beats feel like a long time, or like, you know what I'm saying?
Like an oasis.
Yeah. It was really cool. And the way they did their skits as well. I think Pablo definitely changed the game for like skits. He does all my skits pretty much now. Like he did it for like my last like 4 projects, but I really wanted to like do them on my own for Nia. Yeah,
just to give it that personal touch, and I can really hear the influence with that as well, because Pablo has like a really, I don't want to say scatterbrain, but he has like a really, it's like a method to the madness type of
yeah. No, I was telling him this the other day. Like he knows how to make like calculated messy stuff, you know. Right. Like it's really it sounds like a scrapbook of like ideas, but like you can see where the pages are at, you know, like if that makes sense. Like
it's like when you read I don't even know how to put it into words. It's just a really unique feeling.
It feels like a collage, like it's like a huge collage, and it feels like skipping through like movies, or like skipping through like scenes, but you're seeing the scenes that are like the most important parts. I think that's like the key to like skit making. It's just like trying to like convey to the person like the setting in like the shortest amount of time, or like do it in like an engaging way. I think like, it's something that beat makers I think struggle to do, like compared to like people like produce like projects. But Pablo definitely helped me out. Yeah,
because the skits aspect of it, like you said, I don't think many people do skits because it's like too, in my opinion, because I tried doing them, it's way too fucking time consuming and like hard to get it right. But when you get it right, that shit feels amazing.
Yeah. No, it takes so long, because like sometimes you want to like put effort into like what they're saying in the skit, or like you need to match it with the beats coming before and after. Like it's super tedious. I think like because when you have to try and get vocals involved or like clips, that's when you have to really like skim through content, and that's just like annoying as fuck. Really is.
Because you gotta find like the right shit that the person within, I guess, the clip or some shit, or like the music that you're trying to sample is saying, and you gotta find the right type of music that nails the vibe. I don't know though, because I'm hella picky personally. Obviously, not many people are as picky as like say me or you, so it could be different for them. But yeah,
I think that's the main thing. Just being picky is like a good like quality to have if you really want to work on like a project. Because I made like Nia, like the amount of tracks is like 4 times. I made 4 times the amount of tracks like than what is there right now. I had to cut so much content.
You made like 50, 60 tracks.
Yeah, or like you can hear them on the bonus tape, but there's like a lot, and yeah, it's just like a process of elimination, I think.
Yeah, I remember on the main SoundCloud you had a couple deleted beats on there that I guess sort of not nailed the sound, but they sounded like throwaways from there. It was like one of them was like 0.3% or something. It's on my alt accounts.
I don't know. Those actually aren't throwaways. I'm pretty sure I just made those Wait, did I?
It was not. It was 003 and loser/reset.
Nah, those aren't scraps. I made those after. Yeah. Oh wait, no, not scraps. Oh wait, I made those.
Yeah, because
but they weren't for the project. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like promotional in a sense, like B-sides.
They were just throwaways. Yeah. I do like those beats though. Those are nice.
Yeah, losers.
I think it's because the cover art. The cover art's like also a visual novel. Is that like why you thought it was like that?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of like visual novels and content and shit, I just want to know like what kind of music are you into right now? Like any certain artists that I should be tapped into?
Hold on, let me open up my Spotify. But right now, like I'm kind of B stuff, just like modern R&B. I'm getting back into like neo soul, like D'Angelo, like Erykah Badu. But like in specific, I really like Raheem Devon and Dwele, like the kind of late mid 2000s R&B. That's really fun because it's like Fruitiger era type vibes.
Do you fuck with them? Do you know about the Soulquarians by chance?
Yes, I do. I really listen to their music though.
Yeah, I was really into the Soulquarians because of like Dilla. That was like my introduction, and then I found out D'Angelo was with them and Dwele, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. Oh wait, okay, yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, Soulquarians. That whole era is so like, I don't know, it feels so raw. I was talking about this to like Benja, I think, but it kind of have a vibe of like, you know, like lo-fi hip hop before it was like kind of gentrified. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has that kind of like raw quality of like neo soul, but then you know that they're just kind of like having fun, I guess. Like,
it's people making heat for fun. Yeah. I think the best example I can think of when it comes to like the lo-fi shit before the lo-fi.hip hop forums and besides you is like James Rodolfo.
Yeah.
He's fire as fuck. You should be tapped into that. But yeah, nah.
I'm gonna listen to that.
Fuck yeah. You brought up like R&B shit as well, and I thought that was really cool because it's like you're tapped in. Because like I said before, you sample a lot of like modern R&B stuff, so it's like cool to see you sample like music that you actually like, and not just because it sounds good.
I mean, nowadays I'm more of a fan of R&B than I am hip hop. Like, I was always an R&B head, you know.
Right, and it's like it adds a personal touch to the music whenever you sample something that's like dear to your heart in a sense.
Yeah, I like when people just sample like Roy, for example. He like samples house, you know, that it's so unique. And like you know, you gotta find like your own niche, I guess, because it is hard to like stand out in a way in this scene. Or I mean, because there's less people, it kind of is easier. But like in general for music, it's hard to like find a niche. Yeah.
I mean, I sample jazz music a lot, and I feel like not many people in the scene do it as much because it's like I wouldn't even say it's a stigma. It's just like, oh, you sample jazz because like everybody and their mom sample jazz.
Yeah. No, so it's kind of crazy. Like, in a way, sampling, because like I dig kind of like more pop, like accessible stuff that's like on Spotify. And in a way, it was kind of like niche within our scene because everyone was just like digging like rare earth finds from like
Shropshire,
like orgasmic tunes in like Shropshire.
Big Peter,
yeah. Shout out Big Peter, man. Oh, rest in
Nice.
peace, Big Peter, bro. Wow.
Oh, is he dead? What?
No. His channel, I think, got taken down. I don't know if he's dead.
He has like 5 channels though. It's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah. That definitely, I agree though. That definitely sets you apart because you found your own stuff, and now there's a lot of people that I guess want to not be you, but are super inspired by like your approach.
Yeah, and I think that's a cool thing. Like, basically, with my last project with like We Heal By, I think everyone thought that I was like hating on biters, or but I was trying to portray like with the skits and stuff that like I don't actually like care because you know in the end of the day I used to be a biter, you know.
It's like a circle.
It's like a circle, yeah. It's not biting, it's just like finding influence. You know, like influence is just biting. I think like I guess they're sort of different, but they're super connected. Like you can find influence through biting. If that makes sense. Like
it's like how Dilla used to be hella influenced by like Q-Tip and Pete Rock, but then he just made it into his own thing, and then everybody wanted to be him. Like, bro, when I found out about Dilla, I wanted to be him.
Yeah, exactly. Like you have to copy someone to like. I mean, it's not like you have to, but like it's one of the easiest and like common ways people like find themselves. So like I would never get mad at someone like trying to copy my entire like flow, like because I used to do that. It's
right.
Fine.
It'd just be hypocritical.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't want to hear anyone talk about my mad about biters, even the shit. Yeah, I do copy shit. Like, yeah, I admit it. Yeah.
Oh man, but yo, do you have any like upcoming projects that the people should know about, or like any side project collaborations?
Upcoming projects, there is one in the works. It is collaborative, and that's all I will say. But I don't expect much from me in the near future, but we will be dropping something next year. Won't specify, but something is coming. Oh, and I should be getting my music out on Spotify, hopefully.
Yeah. Is it just gonna be like a compilation of stuff like Knowledge Anthology, or is it gonna be like your full project?
Solo projects right now I have nothing planned. I just have like a group project, but I will not say anything about it. But it will be different. It'll be different. Oh, there's a lot of projects coming out next year. Watch out for listen to that new Hail tape though. Listen to that.
Yeah, I was gonna say because you're on that, bro. Mantis tape.
Yeah, no. That beat was like fire. A long time ago, so I was like, I like just remembered it. I was like listening to it. Oh wait, I remember that beat. Yeah. This beat is like one of my favorite projects already, like of this entire year. Bro came in like buzz the beat a clutch.
Yeah, and it dropped today. It dropped today. Like when this interview is being recorded, by the way. Like it dropped today.
Hail is crazy. Like this guy, he was always like super skilled. But I think he just didn't drop a tape for a while, so people weren't really tapped in like that. You know, he proved y'all wrong.
Right. But yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much, bro.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, W interview, man. W interview.
Of course, bro. I appreciate that.
It.
Yeah, appreciate you.
It's good to have a good interview after that like last one.
Hey man, it's no disrespect to that guy, bro. If he's by chance like watching this, yo, it's all love, bro.
It's all love. Yeah. Thank you.
Of course, bro. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys once again for tuning into this. I'm gonna see y'all next week. Peace.
See y'all.